Lori Schnell is a big fan of the Northern Lights. You always warn people ahead of time,
I
or
try.
alert them, I should say. But, you know, they've been visiting us a lot this time of this year. We've been pretty lucky, and late last year.
Yeah, so we're actually in what's called a solar maximum, and I could educate us all on that, which I have to get to the forecast. But so we've been seeing them more often than not over the last several months here. So we go through these solar cycles, I believe, every 20 years. I'm not a space weather expert, but that's why we've been seeing them more often than maybe the last couple of years. So always something interesting when they move this far south. They were faint tonight, but you might have been able to catch them with your phone camera. It was chilly if you were trying to get a view of the Northern Lights, however, with temperatures already dipping down into the teens, those wind chills in the single digits. And three things that you need to know for our forecast. Yes, there's still a potential winter storm on the table this weekend. Not necessarily over Kentuckiana, somewhere over the region, but there's still a lot of questions in play. Right now, quiet but cold conditions will take us into tonight and into the day on Tuesday. And then our next chance for any kind of precipitation looks to be on Wednesday. Looking for the chance of a light wintry mix, not a lot of moisture to tap into because we have so much dry air in place. As you can tell, it's cold and dry out there right now. But we could see a light wintry mix that we'll have to watch for some slick spots on Wednesday. But let's talk about this weekend, and we'll take a look at one of the potential model outputs. Obviously, this paints a very snowy picture, especially for those areas south of Louisville and into southern Kentucky for Saturday into early Sunday. The purple is more than 6 inches of snowfall. Now let's take a look at another model output and how this is very different because it pushes everything down to the south, and it's really all dependent on an Arctic high pressure that will steer this snow in a certain direction. So this particular model thinks that the high is going to be stronger. It's going to steer that heaviest snow down to the south. It's going to keep us drier and colder here at home. Max HD radar, no rain or snow to track right now, just some clouds that will be filtering in from the northwest later tonight. But right now we're sitting at 15 degrees in Louisville, 20 down in Bowling Green, it's 7 in Indianapolis, and 9 currently in Cincinnati. Of course, these are our actual air temperatures, even colder wind chills, and as I mentioned, very dry air in place. So if you've been needing the chapstick a bit more today, that's because our dew points are below 0 right now. Your hometown forecast for tonight, overnight lows in the single digits to the lower teens, mostly clear and cold. Once again, even colder wind chills possible. And that 7-day forecast looking to stay pretty quiet for our Tuesday with highs around 30 degrees, up into the lower 40s on Wednesday with a light wintry mix possible. Thursday should be quiet. Temperatures start to fall on Friday, likely falling throughout the course of the day. And then regardless of if we see snow and or how much snow we see this weekend, it is looking to be cold. So at the very least, expecting those highs in the lower 20s with overnight lows in the lower teens, potentially the single digits possible. And obviously, if we get snow on the ground, next week would be trending even colder. So that's going to be a forecast subject to change.